G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're jumping into our second LGE run through, and that's with the Potara stage, as I'm sure you guessed from this team. So that's what I've elected to go with, so let's jump right on in. As you would have seen, I've taken a second Blue Fusion friend supporter. I just feel you get so much more value with him stacking and attacking than you do with the sorry, I think we're going to get off the 18 key super here, which sucks. But yeah, I just feel you get so much more value with him than the int Vegito, even though you are losing out on the stats from the leader skill. By the end of the event, once he's all stacked up, these blue fusions are just too hard to leave out. So that's my reasoning behind that, but you certainly don't have to do the same. If you want those extra stats, go for it. So we want those 12 key supers with the strong blue Vegito. He's going to raise stack his defense on those 12 keys. So yeah, we'd rather that like that, but I guess there's not much you can do. It was even not getting off his super or getting off the 18 key, so may as well deal out the damage while we're here. Right, nice attack stat there from the int Vegito. Mine is full link level 10, so 2 dupes in him, so it's probably as close to his max output as I'm going to get. I'm not, unless I happen to pull him on more banners, but I'm definitely not actively trying to get him at this stage. So this Easy A Rose, you want to make sure that he gets hit pretty early on, ideally not by supers. As you've just seen, but he is stacking his defense each time he gets hit, so yeah, you definitely want him getting hit in those early stages rather than the later stages, because he is going to get smacked. Bit of a riskier move putting the strong Vegito in first, but got to make sure that you get off those 12 key supers with him early on, and Vegito, Blue Fusion Vegito, I would assume would have finished off this second stage of the GOKU event before he got an attack, before the strong one got an attack off. So that is something to consider early on, is who you're getting supers off to. You want to stack for the right units, and yeah, it's just another thing to keep in mind. So we'll take that type advantage to start off with, and then we'll let Vegito Blue do his thing, and I would be surprised if we don't finish it this rotation, especially getting crits off. But you never know, he might survive with a slither of health or something like that. I've probably jinxed it, and he will survive now, but anyway, it is what it is. So remembering that Blue Fusion Vegito's raising he's stacking his attack, so you want to get him off as many supers as you can, because you're going to have type disadvantage in that last stage. There we go, he did survive. And so you're going to need as high an attack stat as possible, as well as those crits. The crits are going to come in very handy comes towards the end of this event. And I personally think saving his active skill till the final stage is worthwhile as well. You might be tempted to use it earlier on to finish off opponents, but if you can get a big crit with that active skill on the last stage, it can definitely save your bacon, and if not, it just makes it a whole lot easier to finish off MUI. But here we go, we'll get the finish, there we go. Probably worked out perfectly to get that attack stat for him. Stacker, sorry. Guess we'll have to take those strong orbs to get off that super. There we go. So we got the type disadvantage in that first slot, taking all the hits for type advantage for us, sorry, type disadvantage for the opponent. So just saves us a bit of damage, even though Vegito would have tanked these reasonably well. Apart from if he'd been supered, that would have caused a bit of damage. But there we go with the 3 additionals. That extra last super would have been pretty handy, but look, in these early stages, you're going to power through the event anyway, so there's no real rush. We'll need, if we get off a crit here, we could finish this with AGL Zamasu. I am floating him, but the thing with this Zamasu is he's got his damage reduction, so that's why I've got him in here. He's got the finish there too, so we won't complain about that either. We'll go that into that. Gives us off a big 24 key super, but we're 1 short, which always seems to be the case. One short every time. But that's alright, because we'll still be pumping out damage with Blue Fusion Vegito, sorry. So as you just saw, this GOKU, I feel like I said this in the last run through as well, but he can hit really hard, and I think it'll take a lot of people off guard just by how hard he does hit. It is only the 4th stage, and we've done a bit of stacking with that strong Vegito, and we've still just taken, I think it was about 150k from that, so definitely something to keep an eye out on. If you're running AGL units, you don't want them getting slapped by this GOKU, because they certainly will get slapped if you let them get supered. So there we go, we've got that type advantage in that first slot. Let's see what type of damage we get here. 1.18, and getting the additional off, which is nice. So mine has 2 dupes in it, as I think I said before, and I went, wow, that's the 5 dodge from his being an int unit hidden potential. You know how they get the 5 when they're at 55%, so that's pretty crazy that we got 2 dodges in a row, but we'll definitely take it, without a doubt. So here we go, on to the next stage. We'll send out, we'll go like that, just because we've got the type disadvantage, the type advantage, sorry. I guess we'll go like that, and then like that. We could have gotten off the 18 key super for strong Vegito Blue, but you don't want to. Personally, I don't want to, because I want him stacking as much defense for come that last MUI stage. So that's just my reasoning behind that, because he is only greatly raising his attack for 1 turn on that 18 key. So I just, for the damage to, I guess we'll call it usefulness comparison, it's just not even close. You're better off just stacking. So there you go. See, the damage isn't crazy high with the strong Vegito Blue, but mine is 4 additional, so we'll see if at some stage he does get off an additional. So I'm certainly hoping he does, but I also won't hold my breath. So that was some moderately nice RNG actually, and we have gotten off our Dokkan attack with an 18 key from Vegito Blue. So, oh, I missed one. There you go. Usually I'm pretty good on those. I don't miss them very often, but I do expect this to still be a massive damage turn without the full Dokkan attack. I'm not sure how significant the damage difference is. Yeah, well, there you go. But it is always good to just try get that maximum output anyway. So, but there's that finish there. We'll be fully healed because we did a boatload of damage there. How to play this is the question. The thing here is that if Blue Fusion gets supered before he gets off his attacks, his defense is nowhere near as high. So I think it's just safer to put in strong first. There we go. So we had an extra 40k defense there. So I don't know how much health that really saved us, but look, we'll take whatever we can get. And we've got another stack there, so he's going to tank the rest of these attacks very nicely. This Goku can dodge, clearly not as regularly as the mastered UI, but yeah, it's just something to keep an eye out on. Can be quite painful, but there you go. Another attack would have been nice there. Would have also been nice to have some attacks in that last spot so that we could continue to build up Zamasu's passive. But it is what it is. So much you can do about it. So we'll take that into that. And then I guess just because it is type advantage, we'll get off Zamasu's super, even though he's not going to do any type of significant damage. But yeah, this is the only real stage where he has a chance to do a lot of damage because of that type advantage. By the time you take into consideration Goku's, as in the Legend Goku events, damage reduction, a lot of these lesser attacking units really can't do a whole lot to them. So, here we go, the three supers. If you've seen at my other videos, you'll know that I did manage to pull one dupe for my Blue Fusion Vegito and went full additional with him. And I'm not sure what equipment I have on him actually. Would be interesting to look at. See there, even with his damage reduction and type advantage, still taking pretty big hits. Yet the super wasn't a great deal, which is a bit funny. But it's alright. So, and then we'll just get off a little bit of extra healing. Could have done the transformation there and healed us 55%. And then the other added benefit of that is we'd be able to see where those super attacks are going to be coming from. Probably would have been a good time to do it, actually, heading into the last round against MUI. So, if I had that rotation again, yeah, I would have transformed. But you see here is where it gets a little more difficult. Just pop a Princess Snake just to play it safe. Just get off that super. And yep. So let's see how often we get dodged here by MUI. We really need crits on these Vegito attacks. Nope, not today, but still he's stacking with each of those attacks. So he's building up that attack stat and bringing that defense up as well. So still good. 172k. Remembering that that is with a Princess Snake active. So that really hurts. Let's see how much damage we take on these, because don't have this Zamasu's passive completely built up. So his defense is going to be pretty booty. Slowly getting better. 23. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the Icarus. Guess we'll go into that. We'll stack again, and then we're not concerned about Zamasu's super at all because it's going to do nothing for us. So, look, sometimes it is good to have all these attacks in that first slot if you've had a unit that you've been stacking the whole battle. Hey, there you go. Our first additional super. Crazy. But I guess if you got a unit that you need to get attacked like that Zamasu to be able to build their passive or get off counters, it is nicer sometimes to have a full spread, but I guess it is what it is. We don't get to decide that. Very nice to see that Goku didn't dodge us there. Ooh, and we got off that crit that I've been asking for. So this was the Friends, it was rainbowed, it was Link level 10, so they've been working hard, much like myself, to get it done. So I definitely appreciate that, and there is a certain enjoyment I get out of looking through the friends units, and there's a lot of rainbow units out there, but you have a look and see who's been putting in the hard work to be able to get off to have linked all their players. Sorry, just thinking about. I reckon we'll pop this so that we can see where this super attack is going to be from MUI. That, and I do love seeing this animation. It is very clean. Very happy I was able to pull Vegito, even though there was no Buhan for me, which breaks my heart. Definitely wanted to pull him. So that super attack is launched there, so I guess we'll go that. Pretty poor RNG for me. Remember, we've got a Icarus active, so we're going to be hopefully dealing out a bit of damage from the strong Super Saiyan Vegito in that last slot, because we're going to get those counters off, and if we can get some crits off those counters, we'll be laughing. So would have been cool if we had the int Goku and Vegeta transformed into Vegito 2. Would have had that full Vegito lineup going, but it wasn't to be. So let's see how much we take here with an Icarus active, 143k. See, this is such a clean animation. Yeah, I love this. And he's 12 key super as well. Haven't had MUI dodge a whole lot, which scares me for these upcoming levels. But next rotation, we're going to have that active skill. Hey, there it is. That's that crit. And those crits on these counters makes it so hard to say that this unit isn't one of the top tier in the game. He's crazy. Yeah, as you see, it's just saw 1.3 million with a counter. You can, a hint, say if you get him on rotation, you pop an Icarus, you put him in that first slot, and if he's getting hit by a great deal of attacks, you're going to be laughing. He'll wreak havoc. I'm going to pop an Icarus just to play it safe. There's no point letting yourself get finished on this last rotation just because you were trying to save one item. Reminder, if you're running low on Icarus, check out the barbershop. He's constantly in there. I think I buy him every time. I think I have like 400 plus of him, but yeah, definitely keep your eyes out for him. And there we go. Got that finish. Didn't get much dodging from MUI there, which is a bit unusual. Usually he's dodging at least a couple of super attacks in there, but there you go, guys. There's the Potara run done and dusted. Hopefully you can pick up something that helps you get through the event. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with the content. Just had my first video hit 50 plus views, so I'll link that one down below, but I really appreciate any and all support from you guys, and hope to catch you all in the next video.